Okay, you'll be able to see my screen. So did you mention, the first question, did you mention that the simulation approach is not compliant with the formal specifications of the building regulation? And is this because the regulation is too strict in respect to air tightness?
No, first, yes, I mentioned that the simulation approach was not compliant with the formal specifications. To the second question, no. This was not the reason. The reason was that we decided together with our project partners that the boundary conditions should comply with DIN V18599, which is the regulation for energy demand calculation in Germany. And the two standards, the DIN 4108 and the 18599, or show some differences, especially the internal loads. And we decided to use the loads of the 18599. And the second idea was that we don't want to have the same internal load in all rooms, but we shared this value over all rooms, and so we have some rooms like the kitchen or the living room where we have higher internal loads, and other rooms like corridor or a sleeping room with lower internal loads. This is the reason why we have an approach which is not compliant with the formal specifications.
Okay, that is clear. Good. And the second question, is the upper temperature threshold of 26 degrees reasonable for heat comfort based on a specific level of humidity, which I imagine is relevant to the specific area in Germany?
Oh, I'm not 100% sure, but I think the studies behind our standards looked at the humidity as well, but I'm not 100% sure.
That's fine. And just read an additional question. Do you think night cooling will still be a good strategy when temperatures are increasing, and more specifically when night temperatures are increasing?
Yeah, this might be a problem for the future, but at the moment, I think if the temperature only rises by 1 or 2 degrees, yeah, should be no big problem. But of course, if we have tremendous increase in temperature, yeah, the night ventilation might be not so good as today in the future. We think about to do in future research work, and yeah, to look if ventilation will be a good measure for the future. Yeah.
I think this was also mentioned earlier by Servando Álvarez in his presentation, also because this sometimes partly is the issue in Spain. So are you yes? I don't know if you want to add something perhaps to this, because it might be also more relevant in a Mediterranean climate, the issue of higher night temperatures.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. No, okay. The question has a trivial answer. I mean, if the night temperatures are higher than the set point temperature of the building, then night ventilation has no points. That's obvious. Even in the hotter climates of Europe, as is the case of Seville, the huge majority of sometime we have nights in which the minimum temperature will be below set point, independent on whether it is 25 or 26 degrees. Then night ventilation is is free cooling, instead of free solar gains. I mean, it's the only available environmental sink to cool the building in a natural way. Then when you move upwards, I mean, when you move from Seville to the north, then definitely every 100% of nights will be a temperature available for night cooling. And nights in which, I mean, probably when the temperature increases so much, probably you will have need of air conditioning. The extent in which air conditioning will be used will be in any case much if night cooling is implemented. Then and that's not the near future. We are talking about many years, as Alexander pointed out before.
One case where we can see already a problem is in the area where there is a heat island effect in major cities, perhaps, where you have a sort of there is a heat of the concrete of the whole city in practice, which maintains temperatures that are actually quite high. Then that is a much broader issue. It's like a sort of local climate change.
Absolutely, you're right. That's then the solution would be mitigate the heat island effect. I mean, you have a severe heat island, then you have many problems. Night cooling is not the
exactly. Yeah. So indeed, wants to look to much more general solutions for the city, etc. I don't see any other questions, so I believe that we can close here today's webinar. I would like to thank everybody who participated, both the two speakers and the attendees who have been with us all this time. I hope you have found it interesting. As mentioned also in a question answered in writing, the recording should be available in a couple of weeks at the QUALICHeCK webinar, QUALICHeCK website, sorry. And we do look forward to seeing you in our next webinars. The next one is on the 13th of December. I believe it will be a lucky day, and we are looking to guidelines for compliance frameworks, which I believe is quite an interesting aspect of the QUALICHeCK work. I would thank you again, Johannes and Servando. If you have any closing words, be my guest, and this I will close the recording and the webinar.
Johannes?
Yes. Thank you for the invitation. Yeah.
Okay, I have nothing to add. I mean, thank you for attending the meeting.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll be in touch.
Okay, bye-bye.
Goodbye.